Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for my annual predictions of who I think are gonna win the Crystal Globes this biathlon season. How's it going, biathlon fans? My name is Brian Halligan. This is my YouTube channel about biathlon. This year I decided I'm gonna do something a little bit different. Today I'm gonna take you along on my process and I'm going to show you how I come to these conclusions, and who knows, maybe this video is a little bit more entertaining than me just telling you who I think are gonna win. All right, so here we go. We have my scorecard here. I have my individual sprint, pursuit, and mass start disciplines, and then at the end we'll figure out who I think is gonna be the overall Crystal Globe winner. As always, we have to start at our trusty old real biathlon individual for women. So here is what I am going to do. We're gonna go straight back to last year and see who won. So Lisa Vitozzi won last year. Hannah Oiberg, Denise Herman's retired. I like Vanessa Voigt. But I'm immediately, right off the bat, just looking to see who's the best shooter. Ooh, 91% from Vogt. Hannah, 86, interesting. And then I guess we'll go Simone as well, since she came in second overall. 88. This 88% is very out of character for her. Until she can do it a couple years in a row, then I'll be like, all right, she's a really strong shooter. Let's try Doro. Doro's usually a pretty good shooter as well. And Doro with 88%, see, this is what I mean. 88%, this was the same exact shooting that Simone had, but Doro's been doing this for years. And also I've been expecting Doro's ski speed to drop off over the last couple of years. So I'm gonna go no on Doro. I think I picked Vanessa Vogt to win this one last year. She ended up coming in 8th overall in this competition. All right, I really want to pick Lisa Vitozzi. I think she's been a really strong shooter, but this just scares me. You know what? This year I'm gonna go Hannah Oiberg. And the reason is I think Hannah is a much different athlete these days. Even last year being like a disappointing year, she didn't have that bad of a season, maybe historically compared to she had way more wins comparatively last year. Top 10s are a little bit down. Her podiums are right where they should be. So if that was a bad, or from my perspective, I'm like, that kind of seemed like a bad season for Hannah Oiberg, but she still did just as well. I think she has the discipline to be a really disciplined athlete. So here we go. Let's lock in Hannah Oiberg. All right, and now for the men, honestly, kind of a surprise win last year with Christensen. I really thought it was gonna go to Ligrid, but with Bo and Ligrid not racing that last individual because they got COVID, that really screwed them up. Let's see who was winning. Oh, it was Johannes was winning, and then because he couldn't do that last one, and Hartwig was up there as well. Interesting. Man, I think last year I predicted Roman Rees was gonna be a really strong candidate here, and he did end up coming in 4th. Honestly, I think that this event has Sturlaholm Ligrid written all over it. I don't see any reason why he is not gonna win this one. Oh my gosh, 93% shooting? That's absurd. 93% shooting as a whole. 97% shooting? Oh my God, how many targets did he miss last year in prone? That's crazy. Boom, let's lock it. There you go. I got Hannah Oiberg and Sturlaholm Ligrid winning the individual globes. Hey, if you're a biathlon fan, consider hitting that subscribe button because I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Tons of biathlon content made by a biathlete for biathletes and biathlon fans. So hit that subscribe button if you're a biathlon fan and help me clean that 5K target. All right, this is where stuff gets fun. Let's go back to the women. Now we got the sprint. Now the sprint and the pursuit, this is kind of hard because, whoever does well in the sprint typically does well in the pursuit. I have my own ideas for how they should change up the rules, but whatever. There's so many sprints on the World Cup this year. So whoever ends up doing well in the sprint is also gonna end up doing well overall. This is interesting. Simone comes in 3rd overall in the sprint, but then she ends up winning the overall, as we know. But that's because she won the mass start, she won the pursuit, 3rd in the sprint, 2nd in the individual. That's gonna help you. That's gonna give you the points that you need. Man, I really like Elvira here. Look at this, 2 zeros. Let's see, where was she after? Oh yeah, she was fighting Denise Herman for the win in this category until she got COVID at the end of the year. Julia Simone really stepped it up at the end of the year and really climbed her way back up there. But you know what? For this one, I really like Elvira Oiberg because of her ski speed. All right, here's a really cool way to sort. We got our fastest skiers of the season last year. Now, Lampich, obviously, really top skier last year, but I don't think she's gonna have the shooting percentage to win any globes this year. But we'll see. Oh, we got Simone and Elvira. Wow, really close. And actually, technically speaking, by this by this metric, Simone is actually a faster skier than Elvira Oiberg. That is quite interesting. And Tandervold, actually, she had a pretty good year last year. Oh, she's not a bad shooter either. Good step up in ski speed this year. Her shooting times went way down this year. Last year, she was like averaging 31 seconds per shooting. That's pretty slow. I mean, a World Cup athlete, in my opinion, should be like under 50 seconds for prone and standing. So this should be 25, and she's at 28. All right, I think I'm gonna lock in Elvira Oiberg. And I think it's gonna be close actually between Oiberg, Simone, and Vitozzi. Yep, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna lock in Elvira Oiberg. I think that she is on sort of a revenge tour this year. She was really disappointed with how last season went because of, just really untimely illness. So I think she's gonna be coming back like with just a new perspective on the, her performance and as an athlete, and hopefully that will be that next little step up, because I mean, she's only 24 years old, which means last year she was 23 years old. That's still so young when you're racing athletes who are in their 30s. I mean, Julia Simone is, 27, a little bit older, but Julia Simone had these years when she was 23, 24 of good results and good experience, and then was able to bump it up last year. And if Elvira, who's already competitive with her, can do that this year, I don't see any reason why Elvira can't be just getting that last little like edge over Simone in the overall. All right, time for the men here. I mean, really good Martin Ponsaloma, but look at this, 90s. Oh my God, you can't, look at that. You just can't beat that. I'm sorry. Like, I know this is kind of boring, it's kind of a cop-out, but like, you can't beat this dude. All right, time for the pursuit competition. Now we got the head-to-head. I got the same athletes pulled up: Tandervold, Simone, Oiberg, Vitozzi. Let's see, last year, who were some of the best shooters in pursuits? So, oh wow, so Elvira Oiberg actually shot very well in the pursuit. Lisa Vitozzi shot very well in the pursuit. Lou Jean-Monod, Julia Simone. Wow, Simone did not shoot. She shot 90% prone, 87% standing. That's not good. Who shot better standing, I wonder? Between Elvira shooting 94% standing, Vitozzi shooting 92% standing. Man, Elvira's got a full percentage on Vitozzi. The cat and mouse sort of game that goes on in the pursuits doesn't lend well for good skiing performance, but Elvira had the top skiing performance. Man, I really like Vitozzi though. Something about Vitozzi I'm really confident about this year. Her shooting went back up, her race rank went back up. Really, like, everything was up this year. And she went into such a lull after that, this season when she was battling with Doro for the overall. Man, I wanted Vitozzi. I think she's gonna have a really strong year this year, but unfortunately, I'm probably gonna have to go with Elvira to go 1-2 in the pursuits. How did Julia Simone do this year? I mean, she won. She's our reigning pursuit world champion with one miss. All right, I think I'm gonna go with Elvira Oiberg again in the pursuit. I mean, I just think she's got what it takes. All right, men pursuit. Obviously, Johannes Tingis and Sturla, the only ones who won a race last year, and then Sturla. Total podiums. We had Johannes, Sturla, Kantan, a lot of twos. Kantan, Tarje, Ponzi, Emilion. Jacqueline, that's a good one for a pursuit. Like, I think he can be really clutch in certain situations. I just don't think he has it all together mentally right now that I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, he's a sure bet for a pursuit globe. Man, this is tough. You almost gotta give it to Johannes Tingis Bo. I mean, the guy, he's crushing people by so much in the sprints. Like, is anyone gonna fight him? Where was Christensen? If it wasn't for Johannes Tingis Bo and Sturlholm Lygrid, I mean, Christensen would be the man, and everyone loves him, but he's like literally that third guy. He had such a good season this year, and so he had like his best season of his career by far, but just overshadowed by just the absolute dominance of Johannes Tingis Bo. Well, this isn't very exciting, but unfortunately, I think we got to go with Johannes Tingis Bo and Elvira Oiberg, sprint pursuit back-to-backs. I mean, that being said, Simone did come in third in the sprint, and then she did end up winning the pursuit globe. We already talked about that. Elvira was second. In fourth, Doro was third. And second, ooh, Doro, that could be actually, all right, now I'm going back on it. Doro could be a sneaky A sneaky pursuit winner, and she's also fast in the shooting. What's her standing percentage like? 82%. That's interesting. Lisa. Oh, see, this is the problem though. Oh, but here's Hannah. Here's Elvira. Okay, I just talked myself out of this. I just did it. I changed my mind, and I know this is terrible. I'm expecting Lisa to have a good season, and I'm kind of like leaning towards her, so I'm a little bit biased. But the reason I went with Elvira is because I think the standing shooting in the pursuits is really important, because you can have a bad prone stage, but you have a ton of race to like make up for that. But if you have a bad standing stage at the end of the race in head-to-head competition and you completely blow it, there's nowhere, like you only have like maybe a K and a half, 2K, depending on how the distance of the race. You only have that much time to make the comeback. So for that reason, I think that Lisa has a little bit better standing percentage, and maybe Elvira had better standing percentage in the pursuits last year, but I think Lisa has better standing percentage overall, and I think Lisa's gonna be right there in the fight anyway. Lisa Vitozzi is gonna have the advantage on the last shooting stage. So for that reason, I changed to Lisa Vitozzi, sorry. Hey, just in time for the holiday season, I've got some channel merch. So if you want to get yourself some channel merch, support the channel first of all, but also you are looking good because you are wearing merchandise that shows off your sport, the sport that you love, biathlon, whether you compete or you're just a fan. The biathlon merch makes great holiday presents as well. So check the link in the description down below and you can get yourself some biathlon specific merch. This is merch for true biathlon fans. All right, time for the mass start. Let's see, how did the mass start overall go? We got Julia Simon. Oh, nice. Chevalier Boucher had a good one. There's Hannah and Doro. Oh, Hauser. We didn't even talk about Hauser yet. I don't think Hauser has what it takes, like ski speed wise. She took a big, well, I was gonna say she took a step back in ski speed this year, but she really didn't. She had a good ski season 2 years ago. Her shooting is starting to let her down. I always had her like pegged as like a really good shooter. I mean, look, 88%, almost 90% back in the day. That's over 90. But now she's shooting 85%. And we've been looking at, everyone else that we've been looking at has been over 88%. So I don't think she's consistent enough. I mean, after looking at this, like this tail off, you don't like to see that. So unfortunately, sorry, Lisa. Really think it's gonna come down to some of our top ladies. I kind of do like Julia Simone actually for this. I think her head-to-head ability is really, really good. Her individual is not good, sprint not good, but head-to-head, she was like unbeatable last year. I mean, head-to-head, she's unbeatable. So I'm gonna say she's probably not gonna do as well in like the sprints and the pursuits, and that's why she didn't do as, I mean, I guess she won the pursuit overall, but that's why I did not pick her for the pursuit overall. But I'm going to pick Julia Simone despite all the credit. Oh my God, I totally forgot. We've been missing someone. Hold on. Man, you guys are gonna kill me for going this late into the whole game without even talking about Justine Breza-Boucher, our Olympic mass start champion. And I completely forgot about her because she wasn't on the standings last year. Coming off a really hot season of the Olympics. What's her shooting looking like? Eesh. Oh, yikes. Man, this is not, oh man. Her skiing is so good though. Oh, but wow, I did not realize that her shooting was that bad. Look at her skiing compared to her shooting. Her skiing is like off the charts almost, minus 1.9. Her shooting is in the positives, which means more than half the field is better than her. Oh my Lord, that is not good. Well, that's too bad. She won the mass start. Okay, well, she did win the mass start this year. This was 2 seasons ago. Let's go back to then. Mass start. Yeah, there's Justine, 16th in the pursuit, but what about the sprint? Probably even worse. Justine, 12th. Okay, so she literally did worse in the pursuit races, but somehow she was good in the mass starts. Damn, I really wanted her to win this globe. I really like Justine, like I said, but nope, I think it's going to Julia Simone. All right, we're almost filled out here. Now we gotta figure out who our mass start man is going to be. Isn't it crazy how Sievert Bakken won the mass start overall? And this year, he didn't even get a race. Did he even get to race? Was he even racing? Maybe he retired. Is it crazy that this guy won the mass start overall? This guy has a crystal globe sitting on his mantle at home. The casual biathlon fans probably never even heard of them. And this year, it looks like he didn't even race, not even on the IBU Cup. Kind of crazy. All right, back to this year though. Let's get back here. So, ooh, Christiansen wins the mass start because Bo missed this guy. Ligrid. Wow, I'm actually surprised that Ligrid, wow, he must have not done well in the mass start. He had this one bad one, 28 points. And then Joe Dale Johannes Dalu, man. Stalder, all right, I like this. Stalder came in 5th in the mass start. That's surprising because he's a good shooter, but his skiing is not there yet. But maybe his shooting is this the year that like maybe some not rando, but like some young gun just comes in and goes all out. Like, you know, Ponce Loma I think had an absolutely terrible season last year in the mass starts. Where Seb's not even on this list. Sebastian Samuelson. Oh, because he didn't even do the last 2. That's a bummer. Yeah, I mean, Bo should have won. Bo should have won this globe. I mean, Christensen barely beats him, and Bo didn't even do one of the races. And these 3 guys are just so far ahead of everyone. I think it's got to be Bo again. I don't think. Let's take a look at Hartvig. All right, if Hartvig's shooting, standing shooting, in head-to-head races, pursuits and mass starts is over 88%, we'll go with Hartvig. And it'll be a complete wild card. So in total, his shooting is 93. Holy crap. I didn't realize he was that good a shooter. Maybe we gotta relook at the individual. So his standing is 91. Uh-oh, everybody. 91 in pursuit only. He was 87, and in the mass start only, oh my God, he's 93. That's over 88%. Like the mass start is kind of one of those events where anything happens and you just need to be, you need to be in the right place at the right time. Sievert Bakken proved that. Last year, Christensen proved that. So, hey, I think it would be super exciting if Nicholas Hartvig came out with the Globe this year. All right, time for the overall winner. Now, here is the thing. I made this prediction at my season-ending podcast with Ethan. At the end of the year, we made our way too early predictions for who's gonna win some of these Globes next year. And I'm sticking to this pick. I'm gonna go with Sturla Holm Ligrid because I think he is not only due, but Johannes Tingesbo just had a baby. The season is ending in North America with our Soldier Hollow tour and our Canmore tour. The dude has just dominated the season over the last couple years. I think he's at in a moment in his life where for him, ending the season in North America is just like, what the heck? Like, I'm gonna go to Oslo, I'm gonna have my farewell weekend, I'm not going to North America. Sturla's like, this is my chance. He's gonna be sitting in 2nd place, and with the end of season races in North America, Sturla's gonna get just enough points that he's gonna sneak ahead of Johannes Tingesbo. That is my call. I think this is the year that Sturla wins it, not because I think he's gonna be the greatest biathlete in the world this year, but because I think Johannes Tinges is gonna take some family time, and Sturla Holm Ligrid is finally gonna get his day. I mean, look at this. The poor man, 2nd place, 2nd place, 2nd place. He does have a couple small globes at home, good for him, but I'm sure he wants nothing more than to just get that one. Actually, this would be a good video. I wonder how many athletes, men or women, have come in 2nd place so many times in the overall rank and never actually won the overall. That would be a good YouTube video. All right, but now it's time for the women's overall. This is gonna be a really hard pick. I like Vitozzi. I'm shocked that Doro came in 2nd last year, I will be honest. Denise is out, Elvira's back. Tannervold had a pretty good season last year, I'm not gonna lie. Don't see Hauser. Lou Jamenot, I don't think she's gonna be in the fight for the overall, but I think she's gonna be up in this top 4 or 5 this year. Any Germans? We haven't even mentioned really any Germans. I don't think Voigt's gonna do it. No Kebinger. No Germans, sorry. All right, so I think it's gonna come down to, can Simone come back? Will Vitozzi take it? Or will Elvira Oiberg have a full season? I mean, when you look at the progression charts too, like, isn't this the most heartbreaking thing you've ever seen? I'm gonna give it to Lisa Vitozzi, and here's why. This is Lisa's time. I think she's got the mental part figured out from, when she had all that pressure and all that expectation on her. Seems like she's got that figured out because her shooting's back to being really strong. For that reason, I'm gonna go Lisa. I don't like Julia Simone because of all the controversy and the trouble that she's having this summer with the credit card fraud and Justine Brezat-Boucher. I think there's gonna be so much toxicity in the French women's team. Like, the racing in the competition itself should be enough stress. Added stress outside of the competition that is just gonna slowly wear her down. And when it comes to winning the overall, you need consistency. Just period. You need consistency. And last year, Lisa Vitozzi showed she was back with consistency. She's shown that she has consistency in the past. So I think this is Lisa Vitozzi's year. I think the overall World Cup is going back to Italy. And yeah, we're gonna see Lisa Vitozzi with that crystal globe at the end of the year. All right, let me know, how do you think I did? Did I get everyone? Did I miss anyone? Is there anyone that I completely neglected, or is there anyone who you think I am spot on about? Let me know in the comments down below. And until next time, we'll see ya.